And a good Monday evening, everybody. It's 8:30. This is David Oliver coming to you from our digital news center. We're streaming with early news and weather information with the Nightbeat from 13 News and WIBW. There's a live look at the Midland Exterior Skycam Network in downtown Topeka. That's over there at 10th and Kansas. Cold night, indeed. We had a very chilly start to the week, as you well know. If you spent any time out and about at all today, the morning low was just awful this morning, too, about 11 degrees. But there's great news in the forecast, and it starts tomorrow. Jeremy's going to be along here in a couple of minutes with more in our 8-day forecast from our First Alert Weather Center. It's going to show you the spring-like conditions will return. So ask and ye shall receive. And that's going to be nice to see tomorrow. But I want to get you caught up on a couple of quick news headlines that we are following this evening. We certainly know that wildfires are common in Kansas. We're moving into that season right now. We saw that firsthand down in the southwestern part of our state last week. Add in wildfires and changing temperatures, and we know that the conditions become very ripe for allergies. 13's Carson Shea went out today to learn more about why the wildfires and the temperatures are causing some irritation right now for a lot of people.
And that smoke can be super irritating to nasal passages and airways, especially for people who already suffer from asthma, COPD, allergies.
Oklahoma wildfires have spread into southwest Kansas over the last week, creating respiratory and irritant reactions for Kansans.
Coughing, sore throat, runny nose, watery eyes, things like that are very similar to an allergic response, but not necessarily an allergic response, more of an irritant response.
Washburn University Health Services Director Tiffany McManus says keeping your household utilities up to date can help as we enter burn season.
Make sure that the filter in your HVAC system is fresh and clean and ready to go for the season. Use a high efficiency filter in your home.
McManus says recent temperature changes also play a role. So
our bodies just have a little bit of trouble swinging that quickly with such temperature extremes. You know, when it's warm one day and cold the next day, it just takes a while for our bodies to adjust.
She recommends any sort of over-the-counter antihistamines to try and fight off any irritation.
Any of those generic versions too are absolutely fine. Save your money. You don't have to buy the brand name products.
And we can also tell you that Carson, when he spoke with McManus there today, she also told him that we can expect our symptoms to get worse as we move into the official burn season, where we see so many prescribed burns around our state. So just keep that in mind. I've got the sniffles and sneezes already myself. I'm sure a lot of you do too. So that's only going to get worse as we move into the official burn season and the allergy season of spring. I can tell you as well, we mentioned the wildfires there in Carson's report. There's a bit of news coming out of Washington for Kansas farmers and ranchers today. Kansas Senators Roger Marshall and Jerry Moran, along with Representative Tracy Mann, sent a letter to the Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, basically asking for some immediate assistance for the farmers and the ranchers down in the southwestern part of the state that have been affected. You know, they had some livestock losses, hay losses, and some fencing issues too because of those fires. So they're asking for some federal programs to free up dollars very quickly, if you will, for some of those affected farmers by the wildfires that we saw happening down there last week. I also want to give you a little bit of a clarification, because there was perhaps a little confusion with this story earlier today. Maybe not. Maybe you got the official version right. But it is the furniture, I'm going to make sure I say this right, the Furniture Mall Warehouse Outlet in downtown Topeka. They've confirmed they're relocating to Kansas City. Again, let me repeat that. It's the Furniture Mall Warehouse Outlet in downtown. It's this building right here. They're going to move to Kansas City. They put that on Facebook today. Now, they don't plan to move all the inventory, so here's the deal. They're going to have a sale there at 140 Southeast Jefferson Street. That's where that building is located. They got deals, they say, on sofas and dining sets and mattresses, too. They're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. A final closing date is not yet set. Now, here's the clarification. Furniture Mall says this affects only the outlet downtown. It does not affect the West Ridge Mall store that we all know and see so often over there on Wanamaker. It's staying open. Again, this is not affecting that facility at West Ridge Mall. This is just that Furniture Mall warehouse outlet that's only open on Fridays and Saturdays in downtown Topeka. But if you're in the market for some furniture, maybe head down there. Maybe they have some deals. Who knows what the future may hold. But nonetheless, those are some of the quick headlines that we're following on this Monday evening, the 23rd of February, the last full week of February, because the new month starts this coming weekend. Here's a live look at Noto as we go to a quick 60-second break. After that, Jeremy's going to be along with the forecast, then I'll wrap up the night beat. But stay right here because we're back in just 1 minute.
Temperatures tonight not as cold as it was this morning. This morning, Topeka dropped all the way to 11 degrees. So it was a cold start to take the kids to school. I know, I'm part of it too. I took my kids this morning and wow. I mean, I knew it was going to be cold, but you know, it's nice to see tomorrow morning won't be quite this bitter. 20 in Topeka, 31 in Council Grove. The kids tomorrow morning still need the coats. It's just not as rough as it was today. South winds tonight up to 25 miles per hour at the worst. We'll go 66 tomorrow. It's a much warmer day. Average highs this time of the year would be near 50 degrees. We're going to beat that by a long way, and it will feel like spring. Southwest winds gusting 25 miles per hour, 62 Hiawatha, 66 Emporia. After we've seen several days in a row with temperatures that have been colder than normal, now we go on a run of springtime, or at least spring-like weather. 55 Hiawatha Wednesday, 64 in Emporia. Thursday, we're all close to 60. And Friday is even nicer with these high temperatures close to 70 degrees. Should be a beautiful end of the work week. Here's your first alert 8-day forecast, including the weekend with 59 on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure many folks are. 45 on Sunday is not that cold for this time of the year, but it is a cooler second half of the weekend.
And again, there's that live look outside. That's actually kind of a wide view looking down toward the southeast on Wanamaker. I had to think about my directions for a minute there. And so we know it's cold out there tonight, as Jeremy mentioned, 11 degrees this morning. And then obviously it's going to be cold tomorrow morning for the kids at the bus stop, 28 he was talking about there. But then we're going to warm up tomorrow. And we were joking earlier about how many people are probably going to either schedule PTO, pay time off, vacation, whatever you call it, on Friday, or maybe they might get a little ill on Friday. 71 in February, that looks really nice. Then 59 on Saturday. That's not too bad either. Hope you'll join us coming up tonight for 13 News at 10. We'll have a comprehensive look at all the day's local headlines. And we're also going to have a closer, new, fresh look at that major storm they've been dealing with out on the East Coast. It just dropped just tons of snow out there, blizzard conditions. Folks out there are going to be digging out for quite some time. So we'll show you some new video from the northeast part of our country coming up on the news at 10 tonight. And we have our weekly Salute Our Heroes segment. Always a great time when we